Well, I hope you're ready for some unindoctrination. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. Welcome to the Christian Whistleblower, coming to you live from the heartland of America, wall to wall and treetop tall. Very, very happy to be here. We did a special Cousins Club episode earlier today. Hope you were there. If you're part of that, if you're not, go to jeffreydaugherty.com and you can be part of it. Brandon asks, has anyone felt energetically drained lately? Yesterday, I felt that way. And I also noticed that I am Monica 57 had put up on her site that she felt that way. But today's a new day. And I'm feeling much better. And I hope that you do too, Brandon. We want to continue with our study on the book of Revelation. And I found out, Revelation, without a doubt, is the most written about book in the Bible, the most studied book in the Bible, and the most misunderstood book in the Bible. It's very simple, very easy once you understand that it's Roman literature, Roman dark humor literature. And once you understand that Revelation means uncovering, that lets you know that there was a cover-up, because there's no reason for an uncovering unless there's a cover-up. And I find that people get very upset when you remove the mysticism from the book of Revelation. People get very upset when it's not scary anymore. People get very upset when it's not mysterious anymore. People get very upset when it's not supernatural woo-woo anymore. Because people want something supernatural because their lives are not very, and that's your fault, and there's not going to do anything. You're not going to get any help from the book of Revelation, because the book of Revelation really isn't that remarkable. It is the punchline to Rome's joke. So please see part 1 of this. And people do get very, very defensive because it's not what they have learned and they don't want it to be true. But nonetheless, it is. And one thing that's always true is you'll always find me in my Mystech jewelry. It keeps me at the original Schumann resonance of the planet, which keeps me grounded. It keeps my energy body in good working order, so I'm very, very balanced. And it keeps my blood working in perfect condition, so I'm very, very optimized physically. And, of course, it also keeps and helps mitigate the electromagnetic frequencies that I deal with and you deal with every day. So go to jeffreydaugherty.com, click on the Mystech logo, and you can get a full 20% off of these great products. So let's go ahead and jump right into Revelation. We looked at Revelation chapter 1. We spent a great deal of time and went in great depth. I don't know that we'll be to that depth and that detail in the rest of it. Not that it doesn't deserve it, but it's just not that complicated. If you just allow things to say what it says, like Harry says, most people apply a mystical meaning of the book rather than unveiling. Right. It's just so simple. It really is. So let's go ahead and look at this. We're gonna uncover more of the cover up, and there's a lot of Christian speculation. There's a lot of Christian books. There's a lot of Christian preaching. There's a lot of Christian preachers, and there's a lot of Christian light. We're not really Christians, but we are kind of preachers doing the very same thing. And Christian speculation and sort of Christian speculation, and we're not really Christian, but we are speculation, cannot trump fact. And the fact of the matter is that when you read in Revelation chapters 2 and chapters 3, every single one of those churches in the mystical interpretation does bring more money. Mystical is from money. So when you read in 2 and 3, every one of these churches that is mentioned in the book of Revelation was a site where the cult of Domitian had a temple. And it was the only place and the only person and the only denomination, if you will, that had a church in every one of these places. And every one of them was on the postal route that Domitian created. So only Domitian could have delivered messages to all these temples, all these churches. And implicit within the text is, take a letter, Maria, send it to this church. Take a letter, Maria, send it to that church. And if you can't take the letter, Maria, and if you can't get the church to where it's supposed to go, then you're not real. And people get all upset with me because I point out to them, having learned from Joseph Atwill and verified it through my own study, that all 7 of these churches were Domitian's cult temples. And all 7 of them were on his imperial postal route. Domitian was the only guy that had churches in all those cities. And Domitian was the only guy that could get mail to them. This is showing you that Domitian is the God that they're talking about in the book of Revelation. It's a trinity. Vespasian, Titus, Domitian. Say hello to your little friend, the Trinity. Only Domitian could deliver messages to all these temples, and this is clearly what the chapter is disclosing. And Christian efforts to turn these into time frames and spiritual epochs, those are silly, those are desperate, and they're not true. They're just not true. Cynthia's out and about. Just let me make sure this is not from her. We don't want to miss any important text. Nope. All righty. So, Christian efforts to turn these into different epochs and things are silly. Jeff, that's all you're going to say about Revelation 2 and 3. What else can I tell you? Revelation 2 is all about the 7 churches. Revelation 3 is all about the 7 churches. The 7 churches are Domitian's. Take a letter, send it to all the churches. It's Domitian's postal service. There's nothing else literally to tell you about Revelation chapter 2 and Revelation chapter 3. There's been books written. There's been movies made. There's been series on YouTube channels. I'm sorry, folks, but I deal in the reality. I don't deal in fantasy. I don't deal in wannabe. I deal in reality, ladies and gentlemen. And I deal with the text, the whole text, and nothing but the text. And that's because the text don't care what you think. And guess what? I don't care what you think either, because my give a damn busted long ago. I'm the mailman. Mailman doesn't care if you want the mail. Mailman doesn't care if you like the mail. Mailman don't even care if you read the mail. His job is to get the mail in the box. And my job is to get the mail into your box, bitches. And then my work here is done. So I don't have to make anybody happy. And that's a real weight off of my back. That's a real load off of my shoulders. I don't have to worry about making anybody happy. Jeff, how do you make all the subscribers on YouTube happy? I don't care. Not worried about it. Well, what do you mean? I just deliver the mail. So you may not like it. You may not appreciate it. You might throw it away. It's up to you. I give you the mail. You do what you want to do with it. Doesn't mean I don't like it. Doesn't mean I don't want you to open. I hope you open it. I hope you read it. I hope you unindoctrinate yourself. That's why I do this 6, 8, 10, 12 hours every day. I'd rather be playing that cute little blonde girl. But no, I'm in here service to you. It's the way it works, folks. And I'm sorry that there's not more to tell you about Revelation 2 and 3. It's just that simple. And with all due respect to people that want to come into the chat room and say their views, you have a channel. And your channel is the place where you go and espouse your views. We did not build these 45,000 followers nearly so you could come in and preach your gospel to them. That's not what we're here for. If you want to share an opinion, great. A brief, simply stated opinion, fine. But you can't go message, preaching your doctrine. That's what your channel's for. And if that makes me a bad guy, then I'm a bad guy. So that's Revelation 2 and 3. What about Revelation 4, 5, and 6? Well, let's take a look at it. Revelation 4 is used to set up the alien abduction agenda. It's set up to facilitate the alien abduction agenda. It's set up so people can see things in the script or the Bible that they're so sure is true. It's set up so they can see things there that will justify and solidify and serve even as evidence of these other parts of the deception, because the script is just one part of the deception, just one part. And I wrote a whole book about this. It's called Final Message of the Last Apostle. You can get all of my ebooks. I think I quit selling them because they're so dated. Isn't that terrible? They're so dated. But I could spend a lot of time here, but I've spent a lot of time here before. And there's other messages on this channel that you can see the detailed account of chapter 4, where when he's called, what he does in chapter 4 is he being John, I think it was Josephus, Tracy disagrees with me, that's okay. But he goes through a portal. He gets taken up to a ship, and this is all in the text. He sees this ship. It's like the Enterprise. Captain Kirk is in the middle. There's people around the edges. They've got headsets on. The voice comes out of Captain Kirk's seat just like it does in Star Trek. Don't tell me they didn't do these things on purpose. Voices come out of the chair just like they did on Star Trek. Captain, I can't hold it together much longer. Have you ever seen Star Trek? Jim, I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. They're coming out of the seat, just like here. It sets up the idea. Then they're looking at screens and watching what's going on. Chapter 4 is all about setting up the alien abduction agenda. All of a sudden, the guy that wrote it is on the ground. Then all of a sudden, boop, he's not, and he's on a ship. But Jeff, you said the Romans wrote it. That's right. Do you know that Roman history, Roman literature of all types and varieties is replete? Replete means it's everywhere. UFO, alien, ET imagery. It's all over the place. So the surprise would be if Revelation was written by Rome and there wasn't UFOs all over the place. But it was written by Rome, and UFOs are all over the place in the book of Revelation, especially here in chapter 4 and towards the end of the book. Maybe we'll get to that today. Maybe we won't. But Revelation 4, Revelation 5, the same thing. It's all about UFO, ET, alien agenda. Chapter 5 sets up the end time agenda. Chapter 4, you got your UFO, alien, ET abduction agenda all set up. Chapter 5, whoops, sorry about that, folks. Chapter 5 sets up the end time agenda, eschatology. It shows that the Lamb is worthy, and only the Lamb, to open up these seals. And when these seals are open, these things happen in earth. And it's got the 144,000 there. They're all what? Jews. They're all from the tribes of where? Israel. Interesting. That's all in chapter 5, ladies and gentlemen. So what does that show us? It shows us that chapter 5 is used to set up the Jesuit end time eschatology agenda. And it shows us that the Jesuit idea was already in the planning stages as early as 100 AD when this book was written. The Illuminati ain't a new thing. They've been naughty a long time. The New World Order ain't a new thing. They've been doing that for a long time. Jesuitism, LEMISHism, the cabal, it's been around since then. And now with chapter 4, the UFO ET alien agenda, chapter 5, the straight up supernatural woo-woo Bible craziness agenda, you've got the stage set for two great deceptions. And that's great because it can deceive two sets of dummies. You got the one set of dummies. They're all about UFO, ET, alien agenda. Man, I tell you what, there's people right now watching this show. If a spaceship parked in your lawn today, you'd want to go for a ride. you're a dummy. I'm sorry. You're a dummy. And there's other people, maybe not watching this channel unless they're visiting, that if Jesus showed up on the lawn and said, jump on, go with me, you'd go with him, you're a dummy. I'm telling you. There's going to be a religious deception, and there's going to be a UFO ET alien deception. What was the word I said? Deception. And wait, there's more. There'll probably be a combination. You can get a number 1, a number 3, or a number 2. Because some of you still going to McDonald's and you shouldn't be. All these deceptions. It's have it your way deception. Hold the pickle, hold the lettuce. Then comes chapter 6, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. We're into chapter 6. We got the 7 churches set up. We got the UFO ET alien agenda set up. We got the eschatology set up. And then boom, here we go into chapter 6. And what happens in chapter 6? This is where we set up the second coming. Oh man, we got it all covered here. Well, for the UFO folks, we got them. For the eschatology folks, we got them. For those that want both, we got them. And now we got the ones that want to worry about the second coming of the guy that never came the first time. Isn't that amazing? He wasn't even real, and they're looking for him to come back again when he wasn't real and wasn't there the first time. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. The amazing Jesus. Only book that proves that he's real is this book. And you know the Bible's true because the Bible says it's true. Oh, my. So now, the amazing Jesus, you know what they say? Fool me once, shame on you. So if Jesus fooled us one time, shame on you, Jesus. If you're looking for him to come back the second time, it's not shame on him, it's shame on you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Shame on you if you're being fooled twice. And some of you still looking for Jesus. People in the truth community looking for Jesus to come back. Come on, man. Really? Really? The first part of chapter 6 recalls the victory of the Flavian Caesars, the rider on the white horse. That was the Flavians. Vespasian, Titus, Domitian. And then it goes in and starts setting up the false flag, plastic Jesus, ET, end time scenarios, seals and trumpets and vials. But I want you to notice, Bible scholar, that the rapture, 1 Thessalonians 4:16, or is it 2nd? I think it's 1st. Says that the dead in Christ will rise first. Right? A little bit of problem with that because that says the corpses, the dead bodies will rise. And depending upon your theology, Paul clearly said that the mortality won't put on immortality. The body won't be changed until the last trumpet. The last trumpet doesn't happen until back here late in, past Revelation chapter 6. And depending upon your theology, that's either 3.5 years before the tribulation or 7 years. So for 3.5 years at least, you're going to be dealing with zombies in heaven. You better hope that those people from The Walking Dead make the rapture, else you guys are in trouble. Let me give you this piece of advice. Aim for the head. Aim for the head. If you're hunting zombies in heaven, aim for the head, because they're not getting changed until the last seal. And the last seal, or the last trump's not till way on into Revelation. We ain't even got there yet. But now, if the rapture happens before Revelation, which you all know it does, you've got all these zombies running around in heaven. Aim for the head. And this one gets everybody externalized for hope and help. We're all looking for signs. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this one that I just did today. Looking for signs, looking for something outside of you. Even some of our smartest people still looking for things outside of them. All your answers are right here, my friend. Speaking of Star Trek 5, what was that called? The Final Frontier. Captain Kirk. Maybe God's right here. Human heart. Boom. They tell you things. in the strangest places. So that's Revelation chapter 6, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of, I know it's hard sometimes for you guys to understand. Sometimes it moves fast and this world's moving fast. That's why you've really got to have your focused life force energy, because it is high consciousness on demand. It puts you into a high consciousness field, a high tone scale field automatically. Go to jeffreydaugherty.com, click on the swoosh. You'll see it. You'll see the burst. It's the fluffy burst, I like to call it. And you can get up to 30 days free, or just get it. It's cheap. It'll change your life. That's the focus. Life force energy, high consciousness, high tone scale on demand. You will never, I've never had anybody say to me, it sucks, I'm canceling it. Never. All right. Revelation chapter 7, folks. What do we got in Revelation chapter 7? Revelation chapter 7. I think this is really, really interesting. Revelation chapter 7. It ties in with Romans chapters 9 through 11. Where did I get that? The chosen people. The chosen people concept. They in the first part of Revelation 7, they seal people in their foreheads. They seal the chosen people. And it's funny because it's in Romans. We're in Revelation 7 because it's in Romans. Watch this. Let's go to Romans 9. And isn't it interesting that it's Romans 9:11? For the children not yet being born, never done any good or evil, that for the purpose of God, he's calling them according to election. And then he goes on and talks more about, but right here we're mainly talking about the election, being elect, being chosen, being sealed in Romans 9:11. I find that kind of interesting. 9:11. I've heard that number somewhere before, but here in Revelation chapter 7, first of all, we've got God's people being preserved. We got the 144,000 being sealed. Let's go back over here to our message. Boom. All right. It also sets up the chosen people, mythos, and non-LEMISH people are conditioned to accept second-class status. If you're not one of the 144,000 sealed out of all the tribes of Israel, then you're not one of the chosen people. And if you're not one of the chosen people, you're a second-class citizen. You're a non-LEMISH person. You're not from a tribe. You are a second-class status individual. And they're setting you up to accept it, to be happy. Oh, thank you that I get to be grafted in. Thank you that I get to be a pretend Jew. Thank you so much that I get to be part of the 12 tribes. But you're not. There's still only 12 tribes. They're setting you up. Because when you get to Revelation and the New Jerusalem Borg cube is there, the 12 tribe people are inside the holy city and you're outside bringing taxes to it. And I didn't say Texas, I said taxes. You mean they're going to make me pay taxes? Of course they're going to make you pay taxes. They're Jewish. I'm going to get in trouble here if I'm not careful. But Revelation 7 talks about chosen people, sets up the 144,000 chosen people, and sets up everybody else as second-class citizens. Chapters 8 and 9 sets up the ET agenda again. Do you think the ET agenda is important to them? They keep setting it up. Do you think the ET agenda is a big deal? They keep setting it up. Because at the seventh seal, oh, here's your trumpets. Thank God we can finally get rid of these zombies. We can finally get rid of these zombies. In Revelation 9, I think we're going to get rid of those zombies. Do we get rid of the zombies in Revelation 9? Yes, thank God. Thank Jesus that the zombies are gone in Revelation 9 because we finally get that last trumpet. We finally get that last trumpet. So mortality can put on immortality so that the flesh can be changed. Finally. But in chapter 8 and 9, you've got these things that set up the ET agenda. You've got these trumpets, which are hail and fire coming. and then it goes into the sea, and then the star falls from heaven, then the moon turns to blood. You all know this happened in AD 70. Do I have to tell you again? It's already happened. But no, this has liars telling you in the future these things are going to happen. And then a meteor falls somewhere, and it's like, oh, see, it's Revelation times. It's biblical. No, it happened in AD 70. You're just too deceived or too lazy to go figure it out. I figured it out for you. You won't even watch it on a video. And they want you to feel, whoa, whoa, whoa. The last verse of Revelation 8. Whoa, whoa, whoa to the inhabitants of the earth. Sounds like I could fill in 8 names of channels that you still watch for some damn reason that I can't figure out. That's their message. Whoa, whoa, whoa to the inhabitants of the earth. Our message is not whoa, whoa, whoa. Our message is yo, yo, yo. Let's get up. Let's get going. We're the last generation of real humans. We're winner, chicken dinner. We can't win. We can't lose for winning. We're always winning. We're tired of winning. We feel guilty almost for winning, but we don't. We love it. But it can set up all this gloom and doom and these terrible things. And they say, oh, it's all biblical. Yeah, but it happened in AD 70. Oh, but no, we don't believe that. That's because you're either deceived or too lazy to look it up for yourself. It really is easy. It really is simple. Revelation 9. What did Revelation 9 say? I don't want to skip Revelation 9 because 9 is an important number too. That's your trumpets. Oh, finally, the scorpions and a third part of men and the pestilence and all of that stuff, that all comes there in 9. But thank God, at least you get rid of the zombies in heaven. At least the zombies in heaven are now changed into their glorified bodies, which is nothing but a fairy tale as well. What happens in Revelation chapter 10? This is where it really gets interesting to me. Revelation chapter 10 sets up the cult and guru scenario. Well, what do you mean, Jeff? Well, Revelation chapter 10 talks about this angel and this little scroll. And how many guru cult crazy people on YouTube have you heard say, I've had a revelation what the little book is. It's going to make you upset, but I know, and if you just believe me, it'll be sweet. How many people use this? Oh, I know what the little book is. I'm the one who brings the little book. We're the ones who bring the little book. We're the only ones that bring the little book, the little scroll. That's what you call a little lie. That's a big lie. Only they know the truth. Only they can give you the truth. Only them, no one else. If you don't subscribe to their channel, if you don't pay them money, if you don't come to their silly things, then no, you will never know. It's just them, just their channel. That's it. And it's used to set up the exalted clergy class. It's used to set up in your mind. And there's even some of you that are really seeking truth, still got this in your mind. Oh, there's just some people that are exalted. There's just some people that know more than others. There's just some people that are gifted more than others. There's just some beings that know more than any of us will ever know, and we should listen to them. No. That's called outsourcing your enlightenment. Jeff, you don't think that some other thing didn't come? No. Jeff, you don't think that some other person didn't come to help? No. It's me. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Because guess what? When it comes time for me to leave this world, when life goes out of this body, I don't get to say, oh, it was this angel. I don't get to say, oh, it was this avatar. I don't get to say, oh, this preacher, oh, this pastor. It's me. You don't get to call nobody. You don't get to get no help. It's you. What do you know? What have you got in your bank? And until you realize that it's all inside, not outside, you'll be coming back. And sooner or later, you run out of chances to come back. Because this won't even be here anymore. Where are you going to come back to? There is no exalted clergy class. And as long as you believe that there's people that know more than you do, you're not going to make it out of here. Why do you think I say the things I say? Why do I show you how to study the way I study? Why do I show you how to find things the way I find them? So you can do it. There won't be nobody, I guarantee you this, ain't nobody going to get to the end of their life and realize, oh my God, nobody's going to be yelling out, Jeff, where's the Christian Whistle? Nobody's going to be calling for me. Nobody's going to be calling for the mailman. That mailman done gave you all the mail. Somebody might be saying, damn, I wish I had listened to Jeff. Damn, I wish I'd have read that mail. Damn, I wish I hadn't thrown that mail away. But won't anybody be calling, Jeff, help me? Because I've already told you I'm not there to help you. Some of you guys watching, some of you know you're watching this channel, you'll be calling out names. I'm not going to do it, but I could name the names. Bill! Sally, help me! You know you would. It won't even come to anybody's mind to call Jeff. Won't even come to their mind. Because you know I've done gone. I'm past go. I'm off to where I'm going to be. I finished my route. My mail had been delivered. Anyway, that's what Revelation 10 and 11 do for you. It's really simple. It's really easy. And it's so easy, folks. It really is. The only way it could be made any easier is if you got some C60 in you. Because if you got C60 in you, it is the absolute greatest eliminator of free radicals. It is the absolute best antitoxin detoxifier on the planet. It's no wonder I don't get sick. I don't get tired. I got the CBD, baby. And it's not just CBD. It's not the CBD. It's the C60. Purple Power. The C60. Ladies and gentlemen, if Joe Biden had some C60, things would be different. But he doesn't, so it's over. Go to c60purplepower.com. Use the code TCW10. You get a nice discount. And Ken breaks off a little bit for your Christian Whistleblower. Revelation 11, 12, 13. And now, folks, we give you false prophecy. Enjoy your false prophecy in Revelation 11, 12, and 13. Brought to you by all these people on YouTube that I want to say but won't. Heading the list, your two witnesses. Give them some false prophecy, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, okay, it all happened in 80, 70, it's over. But no, we want you to believe it's coming in the future. It's false prophecy. 2,300 days. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's all there, folks. The last trumpet is there. It's beautiful. It's some great prophecy, some great false prophecy for you right there. The woman, the dragon, wars in heavens, dragons persecuting women. It's all there. It's like TV. It's like TV, ladies and gentlemen. It's all there. Of course, it all happened in 80, 70, but they want you to think they want you looking for a beast coming out of the sea. They want you looking for a beast coming out of the earth. They want you looking for a beast coming out your ass. They want you looking for the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast. Oh my, it's going to be the mark of the beast. Oh, will it be high? Will it be low? Who knows? Mark of the beast. Oh my, it happened in 80, 70. Revelation 12 is the birthplace of all false prophecy. This is the well from which all the date-setting madness springs. And they warned us. They told us that this stuff was going to come. We didn't listen. I wasted 20 years. How long will you waste, ladies and gentlemen? All prophecy is over. Jeff, are you telling me there's not one prophecy in the Bible that's left to be fulfilled? That's exactly what I'm telling you. And I studied it for 40 years. And I was a professional for 20 years. And I've got a Bible college degree. And when you have that, come to me and we'll talk. I don't want to hear that somebody told you when you go to Revelation or you channeled it. If you have the guts to actually debate the text, then come on the channel. We'll have a scholarly debate. If you don't, zip it and move along, because we don't need any of your crazy. We're all stocked up here. This is where most of your problems come from, those chapters. Mark of the Beast. Oh, my. Mark of the Beast needs its own slide. Mark of the Beast needs its own slide. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their 5 heads. Some of you have 5 heads, some of you have 4 heads. And no man might buy or sell except for him that has the mark or the name or the number of the name. Here's wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number. It's the number of a man, 666. It's the perfect Roman cocktail here, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect Roman cocktail. It's error with a truth chaser. It scares the shit out of us, but yet it contains a liberating truth. See, they want you frightened. I want you fearless. They want you off balance. I want you on target. They want you expecting the worst, and I want you manifesting the best. I want you calm, balanced, and knowing that the best is yet to come. And won't it be fine? It's going to be better than it's ever been, sooner than you can ever imagine. And that's just the damn truth, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, that's just the damn truth. What's the truth? Well, folks, this happened back in AD 70. All it is money. Money. It's just money. Watch my other videos. Revelation chapter 14. What's Revelation chapter 14 about? Well, you see it right here. The first part doubles down on the virtuous chosen people. You notice that they keep talking about those limbs, those tribes, those people. This book is about them. It ain't about you. You are the ones serving tables and mowing lawns if you're lucky. They're in that New Jerusalem and you're on the outside. The first part of this chapter doubles down on only the virtuous chosen people. That's Revelation 14, 1 through about 5. And then we got the fall of Babylon and these angels celebrating the fall of Babylon. You know what that's about? Because you can apply that to almost any country. A lot of people apply it to the United States, and maybe you can't apply it to the United States, except this happened in AD 70. But it's used to apply to the United States because the only way that the people of the 144,000, the only way that the people of the 12 tribes can win is if nationalism, love of country is destroyed. They can't win if you want to make America great again. They can't win if you want to keep America great. They can't win if you love your country. They can't win if you love your country. And guess what? They can't win if you love your race. If you love white people and want white people to be great again, they can't win. If you love black people and want black people to be great again, they can't win. If you love Hispanic people, want Hispanic people to be great again, they can't win. Asian people, all the way down. If you love people and want people to be great again, they can't win. In order for the tribe people, the 144,000 people, in order for that Jesuit, LEMISH, Illuminati to win, love of country has to be decimated. So we'll make country the enemy. And that's what these verses do. It makes country the enemy. And then at the end, maybe if you're lucky enough to be engrafted in, they call it, those temple people, those 12 tribe people, they might let you serve their tables and clean their toilets in the New Jerusalem. That's the best you can hope for. It's what it says in the text. I didn't write it. Don't send me bad emails about it. Revelation 15:16. Revelation 15:16. I find the plagues very, very reminiscent of the plagues of Egypt. So this nasty, wrathful, crybaby, Bubba Wallace of a God, he was a little bitch throwing a temper tantrum back in Egypt, and he's still a little bitch throwing a temper tantrum. He's learned nothing. And if you are following him, neither of you. It's more fear for the people to buy into the scenario because they want you. They're on their channels right now telling you that these plagues are coming. They're on their channels right now telling you that these horrible angels with these horrible plagues are coming. They're not coming. This happened in AD 70. This is sauce for the goose. Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. This is sauce for the goose. They're setting up the punchline for the big ending. It's the wrathful God of Egypt, part 2. Gods in tights, part 2. We're naming all the classics today, ladies and gentlemen. All the classics. Revelation 17, 18. I think we'll finish this up. More hate for self, more hate for country in Revelation 17 and 18. More hate for self, more hate for country. Revelation 16, don't forget it. That's the wraths, the bowls of wrath. They got vials of wrath. They got trumpets of wrath. They got bowls of wrath. I'm afraid they're going to let go of their bowels of wrath. That's got to be next. But more hate in Revelation. Where are we at? More hate, ladies and gentlemen, coming your way. I can find where my cursor is. More hate coming in Revelation 17 and 18. What are you talking about, Jeff? Well, Revelation 17, again, hating your nation. That's what it's being used for now. It happened back in AD 70, but now it's being used for hating your nation. Woman on the beast, mystery, Babylon, whore. There's only 2 things that can defeat the globalist NWO agenda: love of country and love of race. Chapters 17 and 18 are all about making you hate your country, hate your race, and wish that you were of the tribes, wish that you were of the 144,000, because they're the only ones that are left standing. Everybody else is dead and gone. I want to be one of those tribes. I want to be one of the 144,000. I want a special hat. Because everybody else is dead. It's a lie. It's a lie. These chapters stir up hatred of both race and country and stir up your submission to the LEMISH world. That's what it's all. That's what the whole thing's about. Submit to the tribes. Submit to the 144,000. Resistance is futile. Resistance is futile. You're futile. See if I can think of a tagline. You schmucks. Resistance is futile. Some of you know where I'm going with that. Some of you don't. That's okay. Revelation 19. Revelation 19, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. It's the big setup for the planned final false flag. Rejoicing in heaven, marriage of the Lamb. Here comes the rider on the white horse, which of course was Vespasian, Titus, Domitian. And it happened in AD 70. Yep, it did. But they still want you to think it's coming in the future because they're here to steal from you. But this has been repeated so many times. These little stories here that they've taken on a power of their own. And the reason I expose them is because we've got to continue to counter manifest it so that it can never take place, or at least not deceive any people that really love truth. It's all happened. All of this. Jeff, there won't be a second coming. No. AD 70. Jeff, there won't be a new temple. No. AD 70. Jeff, there won't be Trump's files, moon blood. No. AD 70. Well, I saw the moon and it was kind of bloody. Every now and then it happens. No prophecy is left at all to be fulfilled, and only deceivers tell you that. And only the deceived believe it. Revelation chapter 20. Here's where we are. This is right where we are, and this is right where we are. I lied, didn't I? I said none of it's left to be fulfilled. Well, I didn't, because this is really being fulfilled right now. Right now. It's my steady conviction that this shows us, true seekers of truth, being bound for 1,000 years in our effort to spread knowledge. Revelation 20 says that, it's 20. The adversary was bound for 1,000 years. 1,000 years back to AD 70. Either way, it's 2020. We're right there. Revelation 20:20. Ooh. Look at that, folks. It's Revelation 20. 2020. Is this a cyclical thing? Does it happen all the time? Does it happen every 1,000 years? Have we been trying to get this right for 1,000 years? Oh, we almost got it that time. Start it over again. Oh, we almost got it. Start it over again. Hit the button. Folks, this time, have we ever won? I don't know. But this time, we can win. There's more of us now that know than ever before. Yeah, there's still a lot of the liars. There's still a lot of the deceivers. But man, now, I think we got a chance. Now I think we got a chance, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got a chance to do it now. I really do. I really do think we got a chance to do it now. And if you want to look great while we're doing it, go to Daugherty.com, click on the any plastic Jesus you happen to see, and get the same t-shirts. Charles Manson fake news that I wear. Great t-shirts, great price. You get to help out the Christian Whistleblower. Is it cyclical? Have we ever won? The time is now. I think that we got bound for 1,000 years. We weren't able to speak the truth, spread the truth. People weren't able to receive the truth. But it happened. This is 2020. And that happened in AD 70. And history dates are a little. So, we could be right here. We could be right here. Meaning, truth is not bound anymore. We got 44,450 not bound. That's 44,450 than there were 8 years ago. Not bound. We're taking advantage. Time is on our side now. Time is on our side now. The 1,000 years are over. And we must be loosed, it says in Revelation 20 and verse number 3. We must be loosed. They don't want to loose us, but we must be loosed. We must be loosed. And we are. We're loosed and we're running free. We're gone. We got a dog named Merlin. Every now and then he gets out, and it's at night, and he's loose, and boom, he's gone, and he's black. Try to find a black dog at night when there's no street lights. Not easy. In the woods. Not easy. Not easy. But he's loosed. And like us, he knew he was loosed only a little season, so he's got to go smell everything he can and pee on everything he can. And here we are. We've been loose for a little season. And piss on you, I'm going to tell everybody. As long as I can, as loud as I can. That you're lying and you're lazy and it's time to wake up and unindoctrinate yourself. And then comes Revelation 21. Revelation 21. Have we ever won? I don't know, but this time we're going to win. Revelation 21. Assimilate into the new Jerusalem. The new heavens and the new earth come down. And guess what? Do the math. It's a cube. And inside, it's the 144,000. Inside, it's the tribes. They even got the name of the tribes written on the gates. If you don't have one of them names, you ain't getting in. And to my Christian scholars, if Paul is one of the disciples, then how come his name ain't on one of the foundations? Ooh. There was 13 of them. Matthias, Paul, the rest. Who gets left out? Paul, because he's not a real apostle. And guess what? It's a story. It's not real. But I'm just showing you that It's a joke. And the punchline is you don't get in. You don't get in. Only the tribe people, only those 144,000 type, they're inside. You're outside paying taxes and bringing tribute to their God. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. And the nations of them will walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth bring their glory into it. If you're of the nations, the word is in Revelation 21:24. The word is nations. And nations means the race. Oh, shit, baby. I got to show you this. Oh, I got to show you this. You won't believe it, but I'm going to show you anyway. I'm going to show you this, and it's going to be beautiful, but you're not going to believe it. And some of you aren't going to like it, but that's okay, because I'm going to show you anyway, because it's the truth. It's the truth, and it's really good truth. Watch this. Let me go back a little bit so you'll know that I'm not lying to you. Some of you know, but some of you still, oh, he's lying. Because these people, these YouTube people out there that say bad things about me, they're the worst people in the world. They're worse than the fake media. Worse than the fake media. They're terrible, horrible people. But we're looking at Revelation 24, and we're talking about the city, the New Jerusalem. You see it right there. By its light, the nations will walk. You're watching me right now. You know if you're an Israelite or not. You know if you're LEMISH or not. So the nations will walk into it. If you're not, you got to be out to walk into. And the kings of the earth will bring their glory to it. You get to live outside and see the light. Watch. Who's the nations? Race, people, nation, Gentiles. And in case you didn't know, Gentiles, non-LEMS. That's who the New Jerusalem's for. Everything you're praying for, everything you're fasting for, everything you're speaking in tongues for, everything you're fucking the secretary for, everything you're stealing money for, everything you're buggering children for, all of your efforts, all of your work, is to benefit the people that are inside the New Jerusalem, and it ain't you because you're one of these or one of these. And all you get is to bask in the light of it. By its light, you bitches will walk. And you might even get to come into it every now and then to bring your glory. What's your glory? What is your glory? It's your praise, your splendor, and look it up, your substance, your taxes, bitches. Bring your taxes. It'll be like Disneyland. You can go, but it's going to cost you $100. You silly, 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 lazy, lazy people tricked by these horrible, horrible, terrible people and the ass media, the ones here on YouTube that still sell you prophecy, knowing that it's not true. These people that work for the Illuminati, these people that work for the Jesuits, these people that work for the LEMISH, these people that work for the New World Order. Wake up. Wake up. If it was Samuel L. Jackson, he would say, wake the fuck up. Revelation 22. Revelation 22. This is it, folks. 22. That's it. That's all we got is Revelation 22. And they want to tell you how bad things are. Oh, you got to prepare. It's going to be terrible. Let me tell you how to leverage. Let me tell you how to do some good stuff. Miles Franklin. You want to make some money? These are some bad times. And I'm not an investment advisor. But boy, I tell you what, 29 years of dependability, a father and son team. If you want to invest in some precious metals, send me an email, Jeffrey@jeffreydaugherty.com. We'll put you in touch with these folks. We'll have a talking with Chris to get a landing page here any minute. Do that. The Phoenix, the rocket, it's on the website. Click on the Phoenix logo. If you're having trouble with your hair, your skin, go to the website, front of the website, jeffreydaugherty.com. The link for the great stuff that Jay's come up with, and it's amazing. Revelation 22. Revelation 22. You have to add and you have to take away. You all do. Revelation 22 says, whoever adds to this book or takes away from it is damned. You all add to it. You all take away from it. Well, that's not really what it means. That's not really what it says. This shows that you're done. Time to wake up, admit it, and move on. You can't live according to this book because it's so full of contradictions. I'm talking about the whole Bible. He tells you take a knee and then says don't take a knee. You can't live according to it. But they tell you if you add or subtract what you have to do, then you can't make it. Folks, come on. Revelation shows that Christianity is a joke. It's Rome's punchline. It shows you that you've been had and you've been had good. Even if it was true, you wind up cleaning toilets and hauling trash. I tell you the truth. I bring you the mail. Even if it were true, you wind up cleaning toilets and hauling trash. Aren't you better than that? And not any disrespect to those that some people make a lot of money cleaning toilets and hauling trash. Trust me. But you know what I'm talking about. You'll either eat from the crumbs, even if it's true, you'll eat from the crumbs that fall from the children's table because you ain't one of the children. Whoops. You ain't one of the children. Aren't you better than that? Don't you deserve better than that? I think you do. I think you do. I think you do. It's terrible. Each person has to go within. That's right. Don't outsource your divinity. Don't outsource your sovereignty, or you won't have any freedom. A cross is just a unfolded cube. Absolutely right. We've been in the dark since 70 AD. It's amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing stuff. Stop listening to the liars. Realize, folks. Realize, folks. They're trying to scare you to death. The best is yet to come. Things are going to be better than they've ever been, sooner than you will ever believe. If you do, you've got to keep asking questions. And then perhaps more importantly, you've got to keep questioning the answers that they give you. This is the way that you unindoctrinate yourself. And people that are unindoctrinated don't have gurus. And I'll give you a secret. You won't like it, but most of the people that are unindoctrinated, they don't have gods either. Didn't say they don't believe in gods. They just don't serve them. A lot of responsibility. A lot of responsibility. Do you want to win? Do you believe you can? Come on in. The water's fine. We're the last generation of real humans and the next generation of real gods. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. I salute you for being here, seeking after truth. For Tracy Dyer and all other great moderators, for the lovely Cynthia. Let's get busy. Please hit the like button or the dislike button. Help us drive through the algorithm, get more people to watch this. Please subscribe. Please make sure you're subscribed because they will unsubscribe you. Lionel, thanks for being here. All of you, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And hold on. Hold on. It's getting better. It's getting better real fast. Just hold on. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you. We give you all namaste, sometimes a little elbow with the namaste. Never a push or a shove, but sometimes a gentle little nudge, a little elbow nudge. Because we're in this together, folks. I appreciate you, and I'll see you again real soon.